Good day, everybody. Pastor Debo Lawani here, lead preacher, Hear The Word Ministries. Okay, I'm going to take this time to teach us on faith for finances. Faith for finances. First, does God even make rich? Does God bless? Okay. Finances remain a challenge to many, Christians and non-Christians. It's a thing to watch out for. It's a thing to have a solution to, whether you're a Christian or a non-Christian. But in this aspect, we are talking within the boundaries of being a child of God. Okay? Now, God does bless, and He empowers to bless. Deuteronomy chapter 8, verse 18. He says, "For thou shalt remember the Lord thy God, for it is that blesses you with the power to get wealth." He gives power to get wealth. All right? So, riches or wealth doesn't come by itself. There's an affinity. There's a force that brings it. Why is it that it goes to this man and doesn't go to that man? Why is there separation? Why is there segregation? Why? The power to get wealth is the differentiator. Okay? Now, it says, it is God that gives power to get wealth, that He may establish the covenant which is swore unto thy fathers. So your finances or wealth or prosperity comes on the platform of a covenant. God's covenant with you. Don't forget, covenant has two parties involved. God plays His part and you play your part. It's a sacrifice, okay? Anytime you hear covenant, it requires sacrifice. It requires you playing your part constantly, whether you are weak or you are strong, whether the circumstances are favorable or not. You have to play your part, okay? It's a covenant. You have to play your part. Deuteronomy 8:28, verse 1 to 2. Deuteronomy 28, verse 1 to 2. He said, "And it shall come to pass, that if thou shalt hearken to do all that the Lord commands you to do," that is to fill your part, He said, "the Lord shall set you high above all nations." Yes. And in verse 13, He says, "The Lord will bless you." He said, "You will lend to nations and you will not borrow." That is financial wealth. That is financial prosperity. You have to play your part and God plays His part. Now, prosperity also is very personal. Very personal. It's personal with you. As you become a Christian, God takes a He cuts personal covenant with us. Right? Apart from the fact that you have to tithe, you have to do this, you have to do that, there are personal covenants God cuts with His children. Okay? Let's look at two people in the Bible, two scenarios. Abraham was a very rich man. Solomon was a very rich man. But before the abundance, there was an encounter with the covenant of God / sacrifice. Okay? He told Abraham in Genesis 22, verse 1 to 2. All right? Genesis 22, verse 1 to 2. He says, "Take now thy son, thy only son Isaac, whom thou lovest, come and sacrifice him to me on the mount of Moriah." Okay? Now, he went ahead to do that. From verse 15 to 17, the angel of the Lord called out to Abraham. He said, "Don't kill the lad." He said, "I've seen that your heart is towards me." He said, "Therefore, because you've done this," verse 17, "in blessing I will bless you, and in multiplying I will multiply you." Don't forget, it is the blessing of God that makes rich. The covenant gives you access to the blessing, and of course, the blessing in turn makes you rich. Proverbs 10:22, "The blessing of God makes rich and adds no sorrow. Labor to be blessed, and then the riches will come." But don't forget, the blessing comes through the covenant of sacrifice. What about Solomon? 1 Kings chapter 3, verse 3 to 5. Solomon offered, that's a sacrifice, 1,000 burnt offerings. And the Lord came in a dream by night. "Tell me what you want." And verse 13, God blessed Solomon with riches nobody ever had. It was a sacrifice and it was based on a covenant. You've got to play your part. He's got to play his part. God bless you. Bye-bye.